I'm here for it. Wait, I feel like it gave nothing. It's giving not easy to work with. I'm nervous. Oh, she's beat. Hey girl, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faye, and for today's video, I am going to be bringing you guys a full face testing new products from Sephora. So this will not be the first of these videos that I post over the course of the next couple of weeks, because I just posted a Sephora haul for you guys and I'm about to film another one after this video. So I have a lot of new products that I'm going to be purchasing and then I'm going to be sharing with you guys in upcoming videos. So for this one, I'm just going to be sharing like the first batch of things that I've hauled. And then in the future, for the haul that I'm about to film, which is stuff that I just purchased for the Sephora event that just started, I will include those items in an upcoming video testing more items for you. Hopefully that makes sense. I just didn't want you guys to be confused because this video is probably going to go up after the Sephora haul that I'm about to film. So just keep that in mind. If you don't see products from the haul that I just posted, they're coming. So yeah, if you haven't seen the first haul, make sure that you check that out. Lots of great products were mentioned in that video, and a lot of them are going to be featured in today's video. I'll actually be demoing and showing you guys how I apply them to the face. You guys are getting a little sneak peek of how everything came out. And if you ask me, the face is giving. So I'll be showing you guys, like I said, in today's video, what all I used, how they applied, and then I'll be giving you my final thoughts at the end of the video about what I liked, what I didn't like, and yeah, all that good stuff. So if you enjoy this video, and if you are here for the old school glam makeup tutorials and you want to see a comeback of those, give this video a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay, so I did go ahead and zoom you guys in up close, so hopefully you guys will be able to see what we have going on. I did go ahead and prep my eyes off camera. I didn't show that because it's not actually a Sephora product, but if you're interested, I used this Juvia's Place Prime or Prep and Prime eye primer, and I just applied that all over my eyelid and set it down with the powder. And we are going to be playing in some eyeshadows today. So it's been a minute since I've done an eyeshadow look on my channel, but I kind of wanted to play in a little bit of color, do something a little bit more glam. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I don't have a ton of new eyeshadow palettes, but I did recently pick up this one from Anastasia. This is the Rose Metals palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Really beautiful eyeshadow palette. It's been a minute since I've picked up a palette from Anastasia, so I figured today we would play in this one and see what we come up with. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and do my transition shade. For that, I'm going to use the shade Sun Rose, which is this shade right here. It's a neutral brown, but it does have a little bit of gold shimmer, which I'm hoping will not show up when I actually apply it to the eyelid, but I'm just gonna buff that back and forth in the crease as the transition shade. Okay, so that actually laid down really nicely. If you look up close, you can see some of the shimmer, but you really can't see very much of it. And I think I actually am gonna do a halo eye today. So I went ahead and buffed that all the way into the inner corner, as you guys saw, and then also all the way out to the outer corner as well, just to go ahead and prep those spaces for the next shade. Okay, so next up, I'm switching to a slightly less fluffy, more tapered brush, and I'm gonna go in to the shade Dune, which is this shade right here. It's like a really nice reddish brown shade, and I'm going to apply that on the inner and outer corner and blend it slightly into the crease. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch brushes. I need something a little bit more tapered, so I'm switching over to this little brush. This is the Morphe JH33. If you're interested, the blending brush I have is the Morphe E23, and then the little tapered one I have is the Morphe E22. But now I'm going to go ahead and use this one and just use that to really precisely apply that color in the crease. Okay, so now that we have that applied, I think I want to deepen up the inner and outer corner just a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the shade Noble, which is this one right here. It's basically just a neutral dark brown shade, chocolate dark brown shade, and go ahead and apply that to the inner and outer corner. Okay, so now we've created a nice little halo on the eye. So we have this space right here in the middle, and I am actually going to grab some glitter glue, I think, before I apply the next shade. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my glitter glue. I just grabbed this one from Too Faced. It was the quickest one that I could find. So I'm going to apply that right on the center of my lid, and then I'm going to go in with the next shade. Okay, and then right on top of that, I'm going to go in with Rose Fire, which is the shade right here. Beautiful bronzy golden shade. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to flip it over and apply that right on top of the glue. Okay, so that color is stunning. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the shade Dune, which is this one right here, the brick shade. And I'm going to go over the edges just to blend everything together. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see or if the camera's picking it up, but applying that red brick shade on the edges kind of turned it into like this beautiful coppery color. I don't know if you guys can see. So it went from, it's like a bronzy color in the middle, and then it's like a coppery kind of like magenta maroon shade on the outside, which was not intentional, but I'm here for it. I'm very much here for it. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the Rose Fire shade just on my finger and just put that like right in the middle, because I don't want to lose that color, but I do like that it pulled kind of like a maroon shade on the outside. I think that looks pretty, but I don't want to lose the bronziness. And actually, now that I'm looking at this color up close, it kind of has reflex of pink and like kind of pinkish shades in it, maybe even a little bit of like a goldish green color. So this is a really, really beautiful, this shimmer right here, very beautiful, and it pulls different based on other colors that are around it. So yeah, I wasn't planning on that, but I'm not mad at it. So quick little halo eye. I'm going to go ahead and apply my liner and lashes off camera. I'm going to use this new eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Inks. This is the black one. So it's just felt tip liner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, figure out what lash I'm going to put on, and then I'll come back so we can start on the face. Okay, so I zoomed you guys out just a little bit because we're about to go ahead and start working on the face. I am not for sure which lashes these are, so if you were going to ask, I'm sorry, I'm not for sure. I think they are the Eyeliner times Jordan Woods. That's what they look like, but I just had them in this little lash book, so I'm not for sure. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. I do like the eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner from Urban Decay. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the face. I may touch up the eyes a little bit more, but I'm going to do my face makeup first and then see what it's giving. So the first thing I actually want to use is this Anastasia Brow Freeze. I know this isn't new, but I purchased this when it first came out and I wasn't a huge fan. So I ended up returning it. And then I got it, I think, in a BoxyCharm or something. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll give it another chance. And then I also saw someone using it on Instagram. And she basically was saying to like apply it to your brow, let it dry down some, and then shape your brow. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do it before I start doing my face makeup, just so that if I don't like it, I can just wipe it off. So I'm going to use this little brush spatula combo situation that I have from e.l.f. And we're going to just see if it's giving anything different from what it gave the first time. So I'm just going to dip into it. And what she did is she actually brushed this way on her brow to like really get it in there. And then she brushed, okay, wait a minute. We might be getting somewhere. So I'm gonna leave that and come back to it. And then I'm gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna brush this way on the brow first, And then I'm going to brush this way. Wait. We might have cracked the code. We might have cracked the code. Okay, so I'm gonna... I feel like I need to wipe this off. Well, let's just... Okay. And then I'm gonna just shape them. Wait. Okay, shape them. Wait. This might be... I might have just figured it out. I'm here for it. So I'm just going to leave them alone because yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to leave them alone and then I'll fill them in a little bit later because I don't even want to touch them because I've literally never been able to get them to look like this. So we're just gonna move on. And hopefully they actually stay like this because that's usually what happens. Like I mold them and they look good, and then as I'm doing my makeup they start to like revert. I literally just said I was gonna leave them alone and then I'm doing the opposite. I just wanted to see what the spatula was giving. I feel like it gave nothing. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave them be and we'll come back to the brows. Hopefully they actually stay looking like this. We'll see. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. Like I said, the first product that I have is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Invisible UV Flawless Primer. I've heard a lot of really great things about this primer, but I haven't tried it out for myself. So let's see what it's giving. So this is the packaging, and then to open it, you just push up the side, and that's how you dispense the product. So I'm just gonna squeeze out about this much. It is a primer and a sunscreen in one, which I do like, especially for days when maybe you're in a rush and you know, you kind of want a product that can cover priming the skin and providing sunscreen at the same time. This one's also SPF 50, which is definitely a plus. So if you're not wearing your sunscreen, or if you're somebody that finds it hard to remember to include it in your skincare routine, this might actually be great for you. Okay, so outside of that, I don't actually have anything new for primers, and I don't think that this is mattifying, or so it's supposed to be smoothing and hydrating, but that's about it. So I'm gonna go in with a few of my own primers. If you watch my videos, you guys already know the vibes. I'm going in with this one from Milk Makeup. This is the mattifying primer. I have another product from Milk Makeup that I will be showing you guys a little later in the video that is actually new. So I figured I'd go ahead and bust out this primer because they kind of go together. So you may already know what it's going to be. And then I'm also going to fill in my pores a little bit. I'm using my Cali Ray. You can get both of the primers I just mentioned from Sephora. I've talked about both of these primers on my channel before. Highly, highly recommend. Again, the Milk one is for mattifying, and then this one is just for smoothing. So I apply it like in my T-zone, in my smile lines, underneath my eyes to smooth that out. Anywhere where you need like pore filling or extra smoothing on the skin. Okay, so just after doing that, I already pretty much feel like my brows are back to how they looked before. Like I don't feel like they're like sticking up. And I feel like that was kind of the same thing that happened last time. So I don't know. I'm going to play around a little bit more with this. Maybe you have to let it dry a little bit longer. But again, that's kind of an inconvenience if you're, I mean, I don't know, maybe not. You may just have to use it at like certain steps in your makeup so that you give it time to dry down while you're doing other things. But it's giving not easy to work with and a little inconvenience. So I'll keep testing that out and get back to you guys on the brow freeze, but I don't know. Okay, so for complexion today, I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow Skin Tint. I have the shade Butter Pecan. I did a full review of this on my channel already, so if you're interested in seeing a full wear test on this with oily skin, I will link that for you. Spoiler alert, she held up. She surprised me. We'll just say she surprised me. So if you want to see more on this, I will link that for you down below. But, oh, I did not mean to apply that much. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use this today. Because I do have some other foundations that I want to, share with you guys. But I want to actually do full reviews. So, for this video, I'm just going to give you guys another demo of this. Or if you're new or if you missed that video, a reminder to go check it out. So next up, I do have some new concealers. I have the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer, and then I also have the Dior Flash Perfector Concealer. Since I am wearing a skin tint, I think I want to go with something that is full coverage, but I think both of these are full coverage. So the question is, which one do I want to try? Okay, I think I'm going to try the Dior because I've had this one a little bit longer and I've been holding off on using it so that I could try it out with you guys. So I have the shade 4N. I wanted to get 4W, but that one, she's been sold out, okay? She's popular. So we're going to go in with this. Like I said, I have the shade 4N. And I may end up still needing to go in with Urban Decay because this is giving skin tone. So we'll go in with this first, and then I'm probably going to need to brighten with the Urban Decay one, but we'll start here. And I actually really like the applicator on this. It's kind of like a little mini concealer brush, which I don't think I've seen in a while or ever for a concealer. It's normally the sponge tip applicator, so I do like that. And I'm just going to blend it out with my beauty sponge. Okay, so I can tell already that I probably am going to really like this concealer, but I definitely need a lighter shade. So I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay one in the shade 50NN. This is what it looks like. The Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie. It has a little brush up here for like touch-ups or even application. I'm not going to use the brush, but I definitely need, yeah, something a little bit, and this isn't even super light, honestly, but I think we can make it work. Actually, this is light, lighter. So I think it'll give us what we're going for. Let me not overdo it because I don't know how full coverage this is about to be. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and blend this one out also. Okay, so this one is giving very much full coverage in comparison to the Dior. Now, I do think I applied more of this one after seeing that the Dior one wasn't gonna give me the brightness that I wanted. But I'm kind of feeling like if you want like full coverage, I feel like the Urban Decay one is giving very much like full coverage. So before I fully blend this out, I have one, or not blend it out, before I set it, I have a contour product that I want to try. So I was finally able to get my hands on this Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and I got the shade Medium Deep. You guys, well, you may or may not know, but the girls were going crazy for this, and it was very, very hard to get your hands on for a minute. So I was able to grab one, and we're going to see if it's worth the hype. Okay, so I typically am not a fan of applying products straight to my face, but I think that's kind of the whole goal with this, or like the whole way that you're supposed to use it. So, oh, okay, so you have to actually twist it to get the product out, because I was just squeezing it and nothing was coming out. So you twist it to get it where you can squeeze the product out, and then you can also twist it to keep more product from coming out. So let me not overdo it. Okay, so we're gonna do, I'm nervous. Okay, so we're gonna do dot, dot, 2 dots. Okay, dot, dot. Okay, we're gonna do, I'm just gonna start light because I don't know how pigmented this is gonna be, and then let's blend it out. So I definitely probably could have applied more. I was being a little skeptical, not wanting to overdo it, but I do like the shade, so that's good. Okay, so let's add a little bit more now that we kind of know what it's giving. Okay, so we're gonna do dot, 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 and we'll do a little more up here too, and blend it out. Okay, so I actually really like this. I like this a lot. I like the color. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I got the shade medium deep, and I like the application. I like how it blends into the skin. It's giving very much just skin. It blended effortlessly, like it looks good. So I see where the girls were going with this one. I like. So this one is a keeper. So now I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes. For that, I actually got the Huda Beauty pink powder. And this is in the shade Cherry Blossom. So hopefully we're not about to ruin all the hard work that we've done so far. But I kind of wanted to try out the whole pink powder craze. This was sold out for a while, but I was able to finally get one. Like I said, this is the pink one in Cherry Blossom Cake is the shade. So we're gonna use this today to set our face, and we're gonna hope that it goes well. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend out underneath my eye first, and then go ahead and set it with the pink powder. Okay, so this is after just setting. I don't know, do you guys see a difference? First of all, I will say I haven't used the baking powders from Huda Beauty in a minute, and I forgot how flawless they make the face look. So I definitely am about to be busting out my other Huda Beauty powders because I forgot how good it makes your face look. But as far as like the pink shade, I don't know. Do you guys see? I mean, I guess I kind of see a difference. Well, yeah, I kind of see a difference, but I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and also bake with this powder too. So I basically just set underneath my eye right now. I'm going to do another layer to bake. And then while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows off camera because I don't have any new brow products. And then I'll come back to dust everything off and we'll see if it's really giving. But, I mean, the powder, top tier. Whether or not we need pink versus another shade, I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and bake, do my brows, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so brows are on. Let's go ahead and dust off this powder. I do feel like after baking, you can definitely tell a difference. It's leaning a little more like pink tone, you know, obviously, compared to like a more yellow or like a warmer tone that I typically would set my face with. I'm not mad at it. I don't know if it's worth like really going out of your way to hunt it down. But if you can get your hands on it, or even get like a smaller one, like the little like mini size version in the pink shade, I don't know if they even sell that. I think that would suffice. Since I have it, obviously I'm going to use it because you can tell a difference. But is it worth like going out right now and trying to hunt it down? Probably not. So let's go ahead and finish the rest of the face. I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to use my Fenty Pro Filter to set the rest of the face before we bronze. And I do have a new bronzer, but I'm wondering if I should hold off on using it and just use like a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, since Yeah, I think the pink powder, sorry, I'm going back to the pink powder for a second. I think that's going to be like a preference thing, because the more that I'm like doing stuff to my face and looking at my face, I definitely can see a difference. So I think that's probably going to be something you have to try out for yourself and then decide if like what you prefer. Do you prefer to pull out the warm tones in your complexion if you have more warmth in your complexion, or do you like that more like pinky toned, because it is going to brighten underneath your eyes for sure, but it is going to obviously be a more pink undertone compared to a more warm undertone. So yeah, I wonder if maybe doing a mixture of the two, like maybe a pink, like where you want it really bright, and then a more warm undertone one everywhere else. But are you trying to go through the trouble? Those are the questions that you'll have to answer for yourself. But anyways, we're going to keep it moving. For bronzer, I'm just going to go ahead and use the new bronzer that I have. I have this one from Makeup by Mario. I know it's not new, but it is new to me. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector Radiant Skin Powder. I have mine in the shade, what shade is this? Medium dark. So this is what the product looks like on the inside. It basically has like a matte bronzer, and then it looks like there's like a golden shimmer and then like a more yellow undertone champagne kind of shimmer at the top. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you're supposed to mix these together, but the shimmer on the cheeks gives me pause. So I'm going to mostly tap into the matte and do maybe like a light swirl into the shimmer, but we're not going to, I don't want to do too much shimmer on the cheeks. So let's go ahead and just see what it's giving. And I will say that this shade is definitely a little bit darker than what I would typically reach for in a bronzer. But I feel like the next shade up from this may not have been deep enough for me to bronze, because again, this one is medium dark. So I may have to look at that again and maybe try out one that is the next shade lighter. You can't really see the shimmer actually. Now I'm literally like mostly tapping here and then doing like one little swirl. But you can't really see the shimmer, so I'm not mad at that. And it looks pretty good. It's just a little bit deeper, like I said, than what I would typically use for a bronzer. But I'm definitely not mad at it. I'm actually going to leave this out and use the shimmer shades for a highlight, because I don't have a new highlighter to try. But I do have a blush, so I hauled this for you guys recently. The Too Faced Cloud Crush blush in the shade Velvet Crush. And I think this would look cute with the eye look we have going on. So this is what the shade looks like. It's basically like a mauve tone. Diffused matte is the finish or formula of this. And it actually has a little scent to it, which I don't mind. I think it smells good. But if you aren't a fan of scented products, then you may want to keep that in mind if you're thinking about purchasing this. But we're just gonna pop that on the cheeks and blend it right into that bronzer, which I actually think this complements the eyes really nicely. Luckily, because I didn't have any other blushes to try, but I wanted to try this one out with you guys. Okay, cute, 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 cute. And then we'll go back into this bronzer. I'll just go ahead and do it now since I have it sitting here. And I'm going to just mix both of the shimmer shades in here and use that to highlight. Okay, so I know that that's probably not what this is for. I don't really love this highlight shade for the look that I have going. It is beautiful, as you guys can see on the skin, but it's just not what I'm going for. So I'm going to go into this little threesome palette from Urban Decay. This one is in the shade Fly, and I'm just going to dip into the highlighter right in the middle and just top that off to kind of get more of the shade that I was going for. Okay, so to save time, I went ahead and finished up my lower lash line off camera real quick. I just used the same shades that we used on the lids. So close up to my lash line, I went in with the dark brown, and then to blend it out, I went in with the brick red shade. And then for my inner corner, I actually mixed Heavenly and Rose Fire, which is the shade that we have in the middle. I did a mix of the two of those together for the inner corner, and the shimmers in here are doing what they need to do. They're serving. So if not for anything else, the mattes are performing well also, but if not for anything else, I would definitely recommend this palette if you are looking for bold, stand out, glittery, not even glittery, but like statement shimmers. You definitely will get them with this palette. It's been a minute since I've been excited about an Anastasia palette, and they definitely did what they needed to do with this one, and I feel like this one is unique from any other eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection currently, and also any of the other, it's different from the other Anastasia palettes that I already own too. So they definitely did a great job with this palette. So now let's go ahead and move on to the lips. So I mentioned to you guys in my previous haul that I had these Too Faced lip injection lip shapers. These are new, and I think I'm going to use this today for my lip. I don't have any new lip products, I don't think. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do on the lip that's going to go with this eye. But I'm going to use, I think, espresso shot. Well, first of all, it would probably be helpful to know what I want to do on the lip. So let me figure that out first. Okay, so I forgot I actually just recently got this from NARS. This is the Power Matte Lipstick in the shade No Angel, and I think that will actually complement this really nicely. So, like I said, I'm going in with Espresso Shot. No, I'm not. I'm going in with the shade In Big Truffle, and I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. Okay, so I went ahead and lined my lips and filled them in slightly, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with this lippy from NARS right on top. Okay, so I actually love the way that this looks, but I feel like we need a little bit of gloss, so I'm going to top it off with this one from Tower 28. This one is not new to me, but I did get it recently, probably within the last 6 months. This one is in the shade Cashew. So we're just going to add a little bit of gloss right on top. And I will mention to you guys, these lip injection lip liners, they do have like that plumping, tingling effect. So if you are not into that, like if that's not your thing, then you may want to skip out on these, because they do definitely have like a tingling sensation on the lips. But this is what the look is giving. I'm very much here for it. I love how this looks. It's been a very long time since you guys have seen me come and give you guys full glam. So I am definitely feeling myself, loving how this looks. So I'm going to go ahead and just get myself together real quick, and then I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts on all the products that we tried in this video. Alright y'all, so this is the finished look. Oh, I think it looks so good. Who is she? Bringing you guys full caked on, but not really, flawless glam. The fact that I was able to get this glam with a skin tint is honestly crazy. So like I said, I do already have a review up on this. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you check it out. But the face, oh, she's beat. And it's been a minute since I've been beat like this. Eyeshadow, glitter, like shimmer. It's just giving. It's kind of giving fall vibes, but I'm not mad at it. I think it's very complimentary to my complexion. Honestly, I think that this is a look that would look great on a lot of people though, honestly. You could switch out the lip if you don't want something as warm or as brown or leaning as brown of a nude. You could do something a little bit more nude. You could pull in more of the red. There's really a lot of different ways that this look could go, but I love the way that it came out with all of the products that I ended up trying. I will go ahead and mention, just because it's standing out right now, this lip liner, my lips are still tingling. Like, it feels like something super, super, super minty got on my lips, and it is, I don't want to say burning, but it's close. So again, if you are not a fan of plumping products, tingling, that type of sensation happening on your lips, I would not recommend these lip liners. They are beautiful, but they definitely are going to be giving you that plumping, tingling feeling on the lips, which I'm sure will go away at some point, but it's probably been about 5-ish minutes, maybe a little bit more, and I'm still feeling it on my lips. So just wanted to mention that. I love everything that I used on my face today. The only thing that I'm a little bit iffy on is the brow freeze, which you guys heard me talk about. I don't really feel like it did anything on my brows. I'm going to keep trying it out off camera. If my opinion about it changes, or if I learn the right way or a new way or better way to apply it for it to actually work on my brows, I will keep you guys posted on that. But this is the second time that I've tried this product, and I feel like it looks good at first, and then over time my brows just go back to the same. So I know that that's a product that has worked well for a lot of other people. So again, like I said, I will keep trying it out. But for me personally, the 2 times that I have tried it, it performed the same way both times. I did have this spray to try out that I completely forgot about. My face, I feel like, is giving pretty matte already. So I'm going to hold off on this and try it in a different video. I realized after I had already finished that I forgot to try this out. So I'm going to hold off on this and include it in a another full face testing new products. I still have a bunch more to test for you guys. But yeah, I'll have everything that I used on my face today linked and listed for you guys down below. Again, like I said, I don't really have any, I'm trying to like look at everything in front of me. I don't really have anything that I didn't like, or that I have reservations about, again, besides the brow freeze. So let me know what you guys thought about this look, about the tutorial down below. Did you enjoy it? Are you like feeling the old school YouTube makeup tutorial vibes? If so, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to include more of these types of videos on my channel. And that is pretty much all that I have. So thank you so much again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon.